Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And today I'm really excited because I got a sought after figure that I've been hunting down for a while. And I was able to get him at a Ross store not too far from my house. It is really cool. Ever since I saw him, I knew I had to have him for my collection. So guys, he's actually from another franchise that they brought over. So let's take a look at Crasher. Alright guys, so here we are once again, and I am excited to actually get into this figure. Here is Crasher. Now, once again guys, like always, before we actually look at the figure, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the packaging. Now guys, as you can see here, we got a tear in the box here, but we do have some cool product shots of Crasher in his alt mode. This is from the Velocitron Speedia 500 collection. It's a really cool picture of Crasher here. You got the Transformers Legacy logo at the bottom, Decepticon Crasher along with Transformers written along the side as always. A continuation of the artwork from the front. We have some product shots of Crasher here in the back. It does take 18 steps to get him from one mode to the other. And on the bottom of the box, you got some Lego mumbo jumbo there. And as you can see here, I only paid $8 for him at Ross. And at the bottom, of course, as always, we got more Lego mumbo jumbo. This is a really cool figure. I am so glad I was able to get my hands on him. I'm so excited. So guys, let's go ahead, let's get him out of the box, and let's take a look at the figure. Alright guys, so here is Crasher out of the box, and she looks awesome. Now, for many of you guys who didn't know this, Crasher is actually a transfer from GoBots, who originally came out a couple of months before the Transformers. And after a while of GoBots running, Hasbro was able to scoop them up, and a couple of their characters actually made it over to the Transformers universe. Crasher here being one of them, started out in the comics. And I don't think she's ever made any of the shows or anything like that. I think as far as I've been checking, it's only been in the comics. But nevertheless, it is a cool piece because it is a GoBot, so they pretty much kept the same color scheme. Now, in GoBots, she was a Porsche. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a racing Porsche. And in Transformers, they actually changed her over to a IndyCar, which is the same one as Mirage, which is really cool. She looks really nice, really awesome. And I do have one of the other transfers over from the GoBot universe, and that is Bug-Byte. And as you can see, I got him here. I did a review on him earlier. He is pretty much the Cliff Jumper mold, which is really awesome. And here is the mold for Mirage, the Cybertronian one, but it's almost close to this one here. Very nicely done. This Crasher is awesome. It's gonna be one of the highlights of my collection. I'm so glad I was able to get my hands on her, and it looks really cool. But guys, we still got to keep going on with the video. So let's go ahead, let's transform her, and let's check out her bot mode.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
あのバトルコンボイに続きパワードコンボイ登場。キャリアカーとしてカーロボット対前進機種としてさらに合体してパワーロボットに宝のカーロボットパワードコンボイ。
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so here she is in her robot form. And guys, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this figure. This thing is amazing, and hopefully my camera will work with us today and I can keep her in focus. Now, as you can see, she does have a really nice head sculpt there, and she is rocking the color scheme that made her popular in GoBots. Very nicely done. The paint job is really good. As you can see, the black is nice and polished. This is a really cool figure. I am so glad that I was able to pick her up and add her to my collection. As you guys know, there's not too many females in the Transformers universe, so to actually have this one here is pretty cool as well. Now, whether or not she's a female here, I am not 100% sure, because like they never really show her anywhere except in the comic books. So I'm not 100% sure on that, guys. If you know for a fact, leave a comment in the comment section below. But nevertheless, looking really, really awesome here. Now let's go into the articulation. As always, the head is on a ball joint. Mine is a little stiff, but you can turn her left and right, and she can look up and down a little bit. Not much, but she does have a little bit of movement there for up and down. But she can go left or right completely. Now when it comes to the arms, the wing gets in the way a little bit, but she can go almost 90 degrees, not a full 90 degrees. She can turn 360 degrees at the shoulder. Now let's get the arm here so you guys can take a look at it. She does go 90 degrees at the elbow, and she does have a bicep rotation as well. And there you see the hollow point that I was telling you about earlier. There is no wrist articulation except for bringing it in. That's due to transformation. And she does have a hip rotation as well. Mine is a little stiff, but after moving it around a little bit, it'll work its way out. Now, she can go 90 degrees out to the side at the hip. The legs forward can go 90 degrees as well. Looks like it's going past it, but it's actually 90 degrees. And if you go back, you can see she does about 90 degrees to the back as well. Now bending the knee, since some of the parts do shift around, she can go past 90 degrees, as you can see here. So that makes for some good poses. Now with the feet, it does have a little bit of foot tilt down, a foot tilt up, and she has an ankle tiltage as well. So once again, you can actually get a nice solid pose from her when you pose her up on your shelf. Let me just get her standing up here. This is really cool. I am actually so excited to actually be able to put Crasher on display in my collection. Now, Crasher does come with a couple accessories. Here's one of them right here. We have her first pistol. As you can see here, nicely detailed. Looks really cool. Let's go ahead and let's place that in her head. There we go. And she also comes with another pistol. As you can see here, this one actually has a rocket in it. And the rocket is detachable. So if you wanted to, you can actually pull the rocket out. She has a gun here, and then you can actually use that rocket like a gun from what the instructions showed. So in all, she has 3 guns, but I count them as 2. Let's go ahead and put this in her hand here. There we go. Very nice right here. And guys, let's do a quick comparison as well with her and Bug-Byte and the other Mirage that I have in my collection. Alright guys, so here is Crash. Let's go ahead and bring out her other GoBot transplant and the mold from the Netflix Transformers TV show, where Mirage disguised himself as a Decepticon to get past some of the Decepticon troops. And let's bring out Bug-Byte, who was also in the show, and he was a mercenary on the show. It would have been really cool if they would have actually brought Crasher in on there as well. That would have been really nice. But nevertheless, I still got the figure, and I am happy. And guys, this is where we're going to end this video for today. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to the Transformers Legacy Decepticon Crasher, is she worth adding to your collection? That is a definite yes, especially if you are GoBot fans as well. This is really cool. Like I said, as soon as I saw her on the internet that they actually transported her over to the Transformer universe, I knew I actually had to have this figure. I saw other ones that were a little bit older, didn't really look like the Crasher figure from GoBots, but this one reminds me so much of Crasher from the GoBots. Like, I knew it was her instantly as soon as I saw it on the internet. And as soon as I saw it, I had to go out and get her. And I've been hunting for her for a long time, so I am so glad that I actually got her for my collection. And like I said, she's going to be the pride of my collection right now. She's going front and center on my Decepticon shelf. And guys, once again, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video, and share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, do me a favor and smash that like button, as it does help with the YouTube algorithm. And guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.